Welcome to Season Chasers. I'm Rob Freeman. Those that love nature and outdoor sports spend a lot of quality time looking for adventure throughout the year. The more you study, the more you learn about the peak seasons in nature. It's fun to know when it's best to go fishing or hunting, when it's time to pick blueberries, wild mushrooms, or native pecans. Sometimes the peak season is close to home, right in your own backyard, or it could be miles away near the mountains and the sea. Either way, this program will chase the seasons where the action is hot.
The season is fall, and it's time to tell you about the new adventures coming up on Season Chasers. Get ready for outdoor fun all year long as we study, learn, and share the great outdoors. Season Chasers is brought to you by Crawcan Communications, telephone, internet, digital TV, and security. Kansas Land Tire, your Goodyear dealer at 9th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. O'Malley Implement, home of the John Deere Gator, South 69 in Pittsburgh. And by Blue Ribbon Farm and Home.
And this is the Goofy Goat right here.
Here at Season Chasers, we've completed 94 30-minute shows the last 3 years. All the scenes are 100% real, brought to you now in full screen high definition. I'm always out to bring you the outdoor story, and this summer is full of adventure.
No, right in there. There's a big, nice pile of them right there.
In addition to my summer guiding, I joined some friends from Anchorage for a trip to Alaska's Lake Clark. We set nets for the Lake Clark Monster, what we believe is a colony of giant sturgeon, and in between, it's world-class scenery and fishing.
What do we got here, Russell?
Hello.
First fish on the bank.
Pretty nice lake trout. All right. Woo!
Like I said, I don't know whether to get on the airplane or to go over to the psychiatric hospital and have a CAT scan. But we're going to go attempt to see if we can catch the Lake Clark Monster out at Lake Clark by Non-Dalton area, about 210 miles southwest of here.
And it's one of the most beautiful areas of Alaska.
Oh, it's world-class everything, scenery, fishing.
Now, we're not going to try to catch this guy on hook and line. What's the plan
No,
here?
we're going to net him with a basically a shark net. It's 150 feet long, 20 feet deep, with 18-inch mesh size, corner to corner.
So you're calling this in advance. That's a plan.
That's the plan. Once we get him in the net, it's like the dog. I asked my dog, chasing cars, I said, what are you going to do if you catch it? The dog never answers me, and I see why, because I don't have an answer either what I'm going to do. We're going to play it all by ear, kind of like new to us.
It's a double. You want to bring him up here on the beach. Just take your time. I'll get behind you here and help you out. Keep your hip rod tip. Get over on that gravel where you got your footing. There you go. Even closer to the boat if you want. That's probably a good idea. Then you don't have to worry about these rocks. No. Wow, good one. Bring him on up here. Good job. Keep us on there. Yeah. Come on up. Come on up, buddy. Come on, buddy. Got this one all the way to the shore, and this is a fish to really be proud of.
I'm probably turning back.
What were you thinking about when you hooked into that one?
John?
That's something, dude. Just another day in paradise.
Wow.
Oh, maybe even a bigger one. Oh. I didn't really catch this one. Daddy, this is your fish.
Go ahead, man.
There's another little lake trout.
The pole is bending out there. Russ, you got a bite.
Fish on. Good eye, Milty. Oh no!
Got loose at the very end.
Get off.
With all this adventure, it takes a lot of fuel to keep us all going. At our camp, it's mainly fresh, natural food.
Well, folks, it's kind of one of those days where the afternoon commute has turned into just a little bit more than we bargained for. And we had about a 30-mile trip down Lake Clark back to 6 Mile Lake to get where we need to go. And the wind came up and really pretty rotten conditions. So we made it about halfway back, and we made a wise decision, I think, here to pull in on this rock bar. You can probably see some waves and stuff behind us. A few minutes ago, we looked on down around the bend here at Lake Clark and saw some actual water spouts on a real clear day. It's kind of the Alaska form of Midwestern tornado. These are out in the middle of the lake and not going to cause anybody any damage or anything like that. But it gives you an idea of some of the ways the wind whips around among these mountain peaks and down here on the big lake. But we're going to work our way back to Non-Dalton and work our way back to Anchorage after that. But we've had a really incredible trip. Spent 3 nights at Chalitna Bay, 4 days of fishing. We caught some really nice pike. We caught some really nice lake trout for the first time. And the way the trip's going so far, Johnny's caught the big one, and we're really proud of him on that one. We got to sample some of that around the campfire last night, and since then we've caught a couple other nice ones we're going to take back to Milton and some of the others back in Non-Dalton. So we've had an incredible time. We're going to just take our time getting back. We're going to wait for this wind to die down and make a safe crossing all the way back on Lake Clark. That's the way we do it, keeping it safe here so we can do it again on Season Chasers. Thanks for coming along.
Is your computer not able to keep up with you? Does it take forever to load web pages? Your computer could be compromised with a virus, spyware, or some other malicious software. Crawcan's knowledgeable staff of repair technicians can diagnose your problem and quickly have you back up and running at top speed. Bring your computer in today for a free diagnosis. Go to ckt.net for more information or call 1-800-362-0316. Crawcan, your community technology partner.
Extreme environments can cause a spontaneous change in DNA, resulting in unexpected power and agility. Introducing the all-new, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of Gator.
I'm Travis from Kansas Land Tire in Pittsburgh. We offer name brand tires like Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly Springfield, Mastercraft, and virtually any tire for the job. We also staff ASE certified technicians to provide oil service, transmission and brake work, engine diagnostics, battery service, alignments, and more. We also now have a nationwide warranty and ask us about payment options like Goodyear Credit. Kansas Land Tire, 9th and Broadway in Pittsburgh, an authorized Goodyear dealer. See our ad and names and numbers.
I got to guide several groups this summer on the salmon streams up in Alaska, and just about everybody caught fish.
That's the way to release them. I was going to release them anyway. I had that planned. Well, you finally cast where I told you to.
I've been in there.
No, right in there. There's a big, nice pile of them right there. So why don't you go ahead and back up a little bit here. We'll get him up on this gravel bar and he'll really take off. See, they hate that gravel on their belly. Woo woo. Today we're using 12-pound fluorescent green line, and it doesn't seem to bother the fish. It makes it a whole lot easier for us to know where our bait is. And today we're using salmon eggs. And this is Sean's first day of salmon fishing, and I think he's kind of getting on to it.
It is a blast, let me tell you.
Oh, we're doubled up, buddy. We're doubled up.
Oh, here it is, a double. That's a jumper. Burnham's got a double. We got a fresh one over here, Dennis. See, now this is the problem when you're trying to film a good fishing trip, is which fish do you watch? We got Burnham over here that's got one on, and Sean's just about to land his. That one's gonna jump again. Look at that one go. Oh darn, another double. That's the guide's two favorite words on the river, another double. Oh, nice jump. What do you got there, Burnham? That's a releaser if you want. I mean, see it's the way it's hooked. It's keeping the water. And then you can keep fishing.
Yeah.
Keep catching.
I haven't stuck one on stringer yet.
Let's keep this one in the water.
All right, you do it.
Right up here on the gravel, and we'll try to do a really successful release. Roll over there, girl. Right in the jaw. She's fine. Come on, Burnham, you've done this before, right?
Oh,
good job. Good job. Found some. I'm gonna let this one go. It's starting to get a little bit rosy. But it's another male and another silver salmon that we're able to find here and have some fun with them. This is a releaser, so keep him in the water and get him out just as quick as possible. And there he goes, looking good. More where that came from here on the west side of Cook Inlet. There you go. Well, Dennis is over here. He's got one thrashing. Looks like a keeper. Oh yeah, you betcha. We got a good one on here, guys. Trying to get him over this log so I can fight him on one side or the other. Here we go. You know, he wants to go back. This is a good one. Another double. This is a pretty good fish here, guys. Oh, try to keep it away from you, Burnham. He's burning me. Got to keep him away from this stick and this stump. And this is the snaggy old part of this river. Oh, he got loose. Oh, look what happened. My leader came loose. Okay, now if you guys catch one with a gold lure in it, give it back to Burnham. Yeah. Let's see, just a second. That's a good one. Yeah, look, that's a big old male. Yeah. Wait, let's look at both sides of him. Make sure he did. He's good, he's good. Let's get him up here. That'll calm him down a little. Got him right in the nose. That's a good one.
And the snazoo. Oh, yeah.
That's a nice fish. And then we just pull a gill.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Now we're bleeding out. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Hold him up. Show the folks at home what you caught there.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That'll eat.
Now, aren't you glad you bought those lures too? Now you get to catch another one on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, see, I changed lures, changed my luck.
Good job. Now, the one that I had on was really good, but I had a steel leader on from the other day when we were pike fishing, and it pulled open the clasp at the end of it. So there's one out here with a gold lure in it.
Yeah, he looks prettier that side.
Yeah. We get him washed off in the river. But he's got a gold number 4 Vibrax firmly hooked into it, and if anybody hooks into that one, please give it back to Burnham, because that's where I borrowed it. And so I owe him a lure now, but what a way to lose it. At least it wasn't on a stump. It was on a good fish. Good job, guys. Boy, that's some aerial. Look at the, got a pole bender going there. Oh, another double. I think Burnham's is bigger. Let's take a look at that one. Sean's has already jumped several times. This is another double on this river. And we're doubling up on silver salmon. Oh, wow. Here we go. I got here to the pliers, keep them in the water. Here you go. He's a releaser. Get the bottom of the J and back it out. Good deal. Okay, I need those pliers for him now. Thank you. All right, Burnham, what do you got? You gonna keep another one? Yeah, I'd say that's a keeper.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger now.
Look how big those guys are.
That's a lot.
Here.
Poke him on the head. Whoop. Whoop.
Slimed your rod there. Get it up this way. Got him.
Got him. Poke him.
See there? That calms him right down.
Wow.
You pull a gill, and the rest is history.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch out.
Now you've made that one famous.
Yeah. What are the weight? I mean, how much is it?
That's a 7 or 8 pounder.
Yeah, that's good. That side looks better.
Now that's a fresh one. And as you can see, Burnham has things completely under control.
Yeah. I'm slimed. I've been slimed. I've been slimed.
I'm putting on a new lure because I lost mine on the last fish. But these Blue Fox number 4 Vibrax spinners come rigged with a treble hook. And we're doing a lot of catch and release today. So the first thing I do is cut off the treble hook and put on the single Siwash hook that comes with it. And you just cut off the treble eye and then pinch this down onto to the lure, and it works just as well with a single hook. They're a lot easier to release, it's easier on the fish, and I don't get quite so many snags. So I'm going to put this one on to my steel leader that failed on the last one, and see if we can repeat the process with another big fish. But sometimes you lose a lure here and there, but we're going to try to catch that guy with a gold lure in his mouth again and get Burnham's lure back. So I hate to lose a lure on something like this. I really hate to lose somebody else's lure, but you know, that's one of the casualties of this fishing trip. But when there's fish out here like this, you can probably give up a few lures here and there, a few hooks, but we're having some fun out here, and we're going to try to have some more. Thanks for joining us on Season Chasers.
Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has nature's best fall decoration. Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has what you need to feed and care for the wild birds. Blue Ribbon Farm and Home sells supplies to attract trophy white-tailed deer. And don't forget, Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has a huge selection of food for dogs. Whether you have a lap dog, a sport dog, chickens, or a goofy goat, Blue Ribbon Farm and Home has all the feeds you'll ever need.
You talking about a goofy goat, and this is the goofy goat right here.
Don't wait until it's too late. You can protect the ones you love with a new security system from Crawcan. Crawcan offers custom-designed security systems for your home or business to fit nearly any budget. Safety and security is just a phone call away. Call Crawcan today at 620-724-8235 or 1-800-362-0316 to schedule a free security assessment. Crawcan, more than just your local telephone company.
And if you're wanting to go hunting, there's no shortage of upland game birds out here at Pawnee Wildlife Preserve. We're open with the extended season through March, so give us a call at the number on your screen if you'd like to bring out your own dogs or fully guided hunts available. Pawnee Wildlife Preserve, Fort Scott, Kansas. Closed captioning services on Season Chasers brought to you by Harris LP in Hepler, Kansas.
The season is summertime, and I don't know how it is your place in the middle of July, but out here on the shores of Cook Inlet, up here in Alaska, it's a little bit chilly today. But we're really glad because we're here on a day that it's open for netting salmon. And today I've been assisting Helen Kurtz, who's a longtime fisher person here, and she knows a lot about fishing with these nets. And today I've been helping her out on this running line, and we've been having a lot of fun. So far we've caught some red salmon, we've caught silver salmon, and oh, there was even a couple of little flounder in there that we let go. But we've had the nets out. We've had kind of a cloudy morning with light southwest winds. Got a little bit of surf going here, but it's pushing some fish up along the bank that are on their migration toward the rivers that flow into this Cook Inlet. And saltwater fish are some of the most nutritious in the world. They're at the peak of their life cycle. They've got probably enough energy built up that they can last, once they go up these rivers, 6 weeks or more without even eating as they complete their spawning mission. But we get these right out of Cook Inlet in these icy waters, and we bleed and carefully cool each fish that we get out of here to keep them really maximum quality. And it's some of the best food in the world. Wild Alaska salmon is very high in the omega-3 fat that is really so good for you. And it's the energy that sustains them once they go on up making the change from saltwater into freshwater. But we're going to go on down here to the nets and get a little bit of a better look at it as I go ahead and do a pull here. But I've already got some in the tote, and we're going to see if we've got some fresh ones to go with it. That's the whole idea when you're setting a net in the saltwater up here in Alaska. That's how we do it on Season Chasers. Thanks for coming along. We're here on the shores of Cook Inlet, and this is the front line of the annual summer salmon harvest. And right behind me we've got a net set on a running line here. We're just about to the top of the tide, When we started this morning, way out beyond that buoy was dry land. But Cook Inlet today has a 25-foot tide, which means from the low tide mark, we had 25 feet of depth that's added here in about 6 hours. That brings the current this direction and pushes salmon into the net that are headed that way, looking for the rivers that they were born in to complete their spawning missions and their life cycle. But we've got some fish that have been hitting in this net. Earlier when the tide was running strong, it was bending this way. Since we're kind of at the top of the tide, it's kind of a real loose net. And as this tide turns, it's going to start draining out the other way on the ebb. And that's kind of how we see what we're doing here. But we're going to leave this net in just until the top of the tide. There was a hit. And what we're hoping is that these nice salmon come in here and get stuck in the nets. This is a red salmon. This is a sockeye, and that's about as fresh as it gets right there. We bleed these properly, and these are some of the fish that Alaska's really famous for. These are not releasers, are they? No. We don't do no catch and release out here. No. We didn't lose any lures.
Send us a like or a friend request on Facebook. We always like to hear from those who love the great outdoors. And join us next week for more about our hunt for the Lake Clark monster up in Alaska.
Outstanding. I don't know where to start. This lake trout still thinks he's swimming. Waka waka.
Tune in each week for some of the stuff you just won't see on other shows. Outdoors, wildlife, and a life of adventure. Being on the lookout for natural foods and making the most of what the wildlife provides.
Study, learn, and share the great outdoors with someone who's important to you.